Welcome to the video. Today we're looking at the Jagdpanzer E, the tier 10 German super heavy tank destroyer. Now, I'm just going to point out these stats here. 2.16 second aiming time, 0.31 second, or 0.31 accuracy, with a 19.7 second reload time. Seems really good on paper. But in practice, this vehicle doesn't really work that well. I've found that this tank, more often than not, just seems to troll you, and on a couple of occasions, well, over this last week, I've been playing this tank, and I pretty much just walked away from the computer and just like left the game run because I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Like I would be killed in a game and just walk away from the computer and go do something else for a while because it would just piss me off to that extent. Because this tank, considering the accuracy and the aiming time that it has, I think it's reasonable to expect your shots to hit every now and then. But of course, it's a German tank. A German tank hitting its shots? That's blasphemy. So, what I think I'm probably going to end up doing after this game, I'm probably going to sell this thing. I'm going to buy a 268 whenever I grind up some credits, because I've used a lot of credits over the last while. I've bought some new tier 10s in the form of the Grill 15. Like, I already had Grill 15 before, but I wanted a Grill 15 again just to try and do Tank Destroyer 15, but haven't really had the best luck with that thing so far. And I also bought some tier 9s as well. I have like 7 tier 9s now, which I think 6 of them I'm pretty much at the beginning of the grind, and I have 2 tier 8s that I'm grinding as well, I think, off the top of my head. The SEL1 and the what the hell you call it again? The SU 101, that was it. So a lot of different vehicles which I need to grind through. So once I've grinded up the credits again to actually be able to, well, buy a 268, I'm going to buy one just to see what it's like, so I can compare it to this thing, because 268 I'm pretty sure has better accuracy than this thing. It definitely has a faster rate of fire as well, because, you know, this thing here, like 18mm bigger gun, 300 more damage per shot. Can't be expected this thing here would have a longer reload and a slower rate of fire because of it. But I'm really just curious just to see how the 268 performs in comparison to this thing, because I really do expect the what you call it, and I really hate the way tank destroyers feel whenever you, I didn't mean to do that, but I really hate the way tank destroyers feel whenever you are going around a corner, because whenever you go around a corner in a tank destroyer, you feel the tank, like, sort of, the gun doesn't aim where you expect it to. Like, it moves with the body of the tank, and because it moves with the body of the tank, it really throws off your aim. It's really disorientating, honestly. But there's some damage into that 60 TP. Now I try and side scrape, or well, not side scrape, but angle a little bit against this guy, because I'm expecting a gold round. AP rounds, Jesus. That's a rare one. Not very often you come across any vehicle against this thing that actually fires AP instead of heat. So I've just gotten to the point nowadays where I just can't expect heat. I was expecting that EBR to just rush me there and just start blasting away at me, but thankfully it didn't do that. And unfortunately the Type 5 Heavy just got killed. That's unfortunate. So that's Super Conqueror. I feel it's going to be a bit of a pain. Yeah, he's going to be able to get out of that water. Because I immediately just glanced at him there, just going like, has he just drowned himself? No, he hasn't. But this E100... Oh, I wish I'd just snapped that shot off instead of aiming it further. But at least I can pin that. What ammo? What ammo are you firing, dude? What ammo? AP. What is this game? People firing AP in tier 10? This doesn't happen. There's something is wrong here. There's something very wrong here. I don't know what it is. Like, why are people firing AP in tier 10 games? Like, this doesn't happen normally. This is so unusual. Although, of course, Super Conqueror is firing gold, because, you know, it's Super Conqueror. That's just what Super Conquerors do. But I would really like it if my teammates could, never mind. I'm now the last remaining tank on my team over here. Well, this is kind of crap. Because this game was actually going fairly well for me, for once. One of the rare circumstances where I played this tank, and I don't just get immediately just destroyed. Okay, I would really like to kill you quickly as I can. Now, next up should be the E100. Then I'll focus on the Super Conch afterwards. Okay, so Super Conqueror is the last one left on this flank. How much health does he have? 860. I think if I low roll like hell, I think he actually can kill me. Or no, I should say, I think I can fail to kill him if I low roll like hell. But the problem I have here is that the Super Conqueror has all the cards in this situation. He's a far faster vehicle. He's got better gun depression. Got a way faster rate of fire. Sure, I can one-shot kill him and it'll take him 2 shots, but DPM wise, he absolutely eviscerates me. Also, there's a 183 behind me somewhere, which I'm worried about, and yep, there he is. Okay, I can't hang about back there anymore, so I need to come forward and see if I can kill the Super Conqueror sometime soon. But yep, he has gold rounds, and of course he is a Super Conqueror, so you know, hull down wise he is in a way better position than I can be here. And this is honestly my best option, because you know, Super Conqueror, what the hell else am I supposed to do against this thing? Like, you really can't beat a Super Conqueror in that situation, because the Super Conqueror just has too much going for it. I mean, the guy spammed gold there against me when there was no real need to. I mean, I guess that's just standard Super Conqueror gameplay, because you know, that's just what Super Conquerors do. They spam gold even when it's not really necessary. I mean, that guy was above me. He was shooting down on my upper casement. He had clear shots into my cupola as well, the little machine gun on top. But the guy still spammed gold. And even if that 183 wasn't there, I'm not convinced I could have won that fight, because the Super Conqueror, if I bounced my shot off of him, he would have just killed me. But unfortunately, like, that game didn't really show my typical experience in the well, Jagdpanzer E100, but it still gives you an idea of just how, well, sort of frustrating it is to come up against somebody who's just spamming gold, and you really can't do anything to sort of counter that. If somebody's spamming gold at you, all you can really do is just sit and take it in the face. It's kind of sad, actually. like one of the main strengths of the tank is just completely nullified by somebody pressing a key on the keyboard. No skill or anything like that involved in it whatsoever, just simple as that. But this FV is really sort of stationary. Like, I mean, we pulled that back to an extent. Like, we're doing fairly well there, but I'm feeling this 113 is probably going to get just annihilated by this TVP, who is definitely firing gold, by the way, because you can see just by the way that sparked. Oh, I actually didn't realize we had an E100, or we had an artillery still alive. So it's now 5 against 3. Death Star is alive on full HP. So is the T-110E4. The FV being AFK is pretty rough here. I mean, just even the way that tank is sitting, I don't know if he's like lagged out or not. See, like, that is kind of weird looking, because it looks like he's in the process of stopping, just like based off of the way this is angled. Like, I'm not sure if this is the way this tank looks normally, but I wouldn't be surprised if you told me this guy lagged out and his tank kind of like froze in position. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but yeah, it's kind of unfortunate this is the way this has gone because, well, that's a Death Star. And the Death Star, I think it would be funny, but it'd be kind of sad if the Death Star just fired a shot into the 113 and splashed and killed the FE 4005 as well. And I think that's entirely possible at this point, and I'm actually kind of surprised considering the health that the Death Star is on. I'm stunned that he hasn't just rushed the 113 at this point, like this T-124 is doing. Because, well, you have the HP. This guy's a one hit kill, if you pen or not. Wow, okay. So, FE 4005 just got nailed by the T-124, and now it's just the 113 left alive. Unfortunately, I don't really think there's any real way for this to be won at this point, considering the 113 is probably going to hit you round. I hit you rounded to death, and I think that might have been a hit you round. But that's probably the best game I've had in this tank in probably like the last few weeks. Like, I've been playing this thing sort of casually every now and then, just seeing what I can do in it. I did used to have some just amazing moments in this tank, which just made me think like, oh, this tank is amazing. But I just find that this tank is very limited in what it can do. I mean, that Super Conqueror situation there, now you wouldn't expect a tank destroyer to be so easily just overwhelmed by a tank in that sort of situation. Like, I mean, considering tank destroyers, in my view, the tank destroyer's purpose is basically to counter and to win fights against heavies. I mean, in a firepower fight where both tanks are, well, one tank can take three hits from the other, and the tank destroyer can kill the other tank in one hit. You would expect the tank destroyer to win that fight if it did all it could, and unfortunately that Death Star just showing up when he did kind of screwed anything I could really do in that situation. At the same time, if the Death Star wasn't there, and I was to drive up that middle slope and like sort of reverse up a bit so I can try to get my gun pointed at the guy, I still think the Super Conqueror will win that fight, because first off, the Super Conqueror has an unbelievably good turret, which is incredibly difficult to pen. It's notorious for it. So I would have probably had to load I probably would have needed to load HE rounds against that guy. I only have 2 of them, and I have a funny feeling that wouldn't have been enough. So I kind of feel like that was a no-win situation there, really, because no matter what I did, the Super Conqueror had the advantage in that fight, which is really kind of shitty, honestly, because I do think this thing here, its armor should matter. I don't really think that's a controversial thing to say, but right now the armor on this thing hasn't mattered in years. But I am going to now sell this thing just because I've had so much I've had so many situations where this tank here has just let me down in a ridiculous fashion that I just genuinely can't be bothered with this tank anymore. So I'm going to sell it here now, and at some point in the near future I'm going to buy an Object 268, because I genuinely just think that the Object 268 is just going to be a vehicle which is going to be a bit more to my liking, because it's got a bit more speed, its armor still kind of troll, and it's actually got a bit, like, well, it's actually, I was going to say it's got a bit more accuracy, but I think the accuracy is about the same, but it's Russian, so it might actually hit its shots, which is something this thing here unfortunately fails to do.